Okay, just a very quick video to address the GST question on the Advantage lease product. Okay, I got asked two questions on this. One is, why are we charging GST on a finance contract? And the second thing I get asked a lot too is, how does it play out at funding? When do I pay it? And what flexibility is there? So let me address the first one. Why do we charge GST? Very simply, tax law. That's it. Plain and simple. The ATO treats the product we sell as a product sale in the true sense. And so a product sale, you've got to pay GST. That's pretty much about it. Now, the reason why the figure that you pay doesn't look like 10% of the amount you borrowed is because we have to gross it up or add in all the interest over the 4 years. That's how you end up with a GST payment that looks different to 10% of the face value. Okay? So that's all it is. Now, the second part, of course, is the process. How do we, in fact, do this? The way we do it is we pay it up front for you, because don't forget, you own all these assets, right? So they're your assets. We're paying your GST for you up front when the loan is funded. So what does that mean? It means Silver Chef is in the red by the amount of your GST. Now, we obviously need to balance our books, and that's why we then, at a later time, we debit your working capital account to balance our books. So if the GST figure was $2,000, we've paid that. At a later point, we have to debit you for $2,000 to balance our books off to nil. Okay? Now, I understand the concern that gets raised is, well, okay, when should I expect the $2,000 to come out of my account? Now, there is a degree of flexibility. So if the fundings are occurring close to a BAS lodgement date, then obviously we can move that date around such that we're debiting your account a day or two out from BAS lodgement date so that you can receive the benefit of the input credit. And that's how, in many cases, we end up being GST neutral. That is to say, GST is not a negative fixed cost on your business. You do receive a benefit back from the tax office when you lodge your BAS. Now, look, having just said that, I'm not a financial advisor, and nor am I your accountant. So I will only just say that that is the process. But if you want specific tax advice on how that might suit you, then you need to obviously speak to your accountant. But yeah, so we will debit you, you pay us back, we balance our books, that completes our process, you lodge your BAS, and then you receive the benefit back from the tax office for having paid the GST. Now, that just means that all the subsequent repayments for the rest of the term of the facility are all GST free. So you're actually getting all of that benefit from the GST credit up front at the beginning of the contract, and that just completes that process. So that's probably about as simple as I can make it. Please do give me a call if anything I said isn't clear. Might be an idea to rewatch the video because sometimes it might take a couple of times to sink in. But otherwise, always want to hear from you out there in franchise land. So please call me on 0429 500921. Queensland Franchise Manager John Huey, 0429 500 921. Thank you very much.